Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving into crypto trading in 2025 today.
Sounds exciting.
It is, and you know what's really cool?
What's that?
This deep dive is based on a guidebook for beginners that you sent our way.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
It's like a crypto trading 101 kind of thing, you know?
Perfect for anyone just starting out.
Exactly. So whether you're prepping for a big meeting or just tired of feeling lost when your family starts talking about NFTs,
Happens to the best of us.
we're going to break down the essentials from this guidebook.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so let's jump right in. This guidebook kicks off with the most basic question. What are cryptocurrencies?
Yeah, like, are we really talking about magic internet money here?
That's what I want to know.
Well, not exactly. The guidebook explains that cryptocurrencies are digital currencies, but the key here is that they're built on something called blockchain technology.
Blockchain, okay.
Yeah, think of it like a giant public ledger.
A ledger, like for accounting. Kind of, but this one's spread across a whole network of computers. Every transaction is recorded on it, everyone can see it, and it's almost impossible to tamper with.
So it's like super secure.
Exactly. That's what makes cryptocurrency so transparent and trustworthy.
That makes sense. So no one can just like cook the books and create fake Bitcoin?
Nope. It's all verified by the network.
Wow. Okay, so we've got these digital currencies built on this super secure blockchain, but there are like a zillion different cryptocurrencies out there.
Tell me about it.
Where do you even start?
Well, the guidebook recommends starting with the big names, Bitcoin and Ethereum,
Ah, the classics.
right? They've been around the longest, they have the largest market share, and they're really the foundation for understanding how crypto works.
Got it. So they're like the veterans of the crypto world.
Exactly.
Hmm.
But the source also mentions a couple of up-and-comers, Polygon and Tron, just to remind us that the crypto space is always evolving.
It's like a never-ending story.
Pretty much. New players are always emerging.
Okay, so let's say I'm ready to buy some Bitcoin. Where do I actually do that? Is there like a special crypto store?
Not quite.
Mm.
You need to use a cryptocurrency exchange.
An exchange, what's that?
They're online platforms where you can buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrencies.
Okay, so it's kind of like the stock market, but for crypto.
Exactly.
Any tips on choosing an exchange? There must be tons of them out there.
Oh, yeah, there are. And security is super important. You don't want to end up on some sketchy exchange that gets hacked.
Oh no, that's a nightmare.
Right. The guidebook recommends Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken. They're well-established, have millions of users, and are known for their strong security measures.
So basically, like choosing a good bank, you want to make sure your money is safe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do your research, read reviews, compare features, and make sure you feel good about their security practices.
Okay, security check. Got it. The guidebook also mentions two-factor authentication as a must-have. Is that really necessary?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Essential. Think of it this way. Your password is like the key to your house, and two-factor authentication is like having a security guard posted at the door.
So even if someone steals my key, they still can't get in without getting past the guard.
Exactly. It's that extra layer protection that's so crucial when you're dealing with valuable digital assets.
That makes a lot of sense. But speaking of security, what about the risk involved in crypto trading? Prices are crazy volatile. This guidebook seems to acknowledge that, right?
Definitely. One of the key points it emphasizes is understanding and managing risk. Crypto prices can change dramatically, even within a single day.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
It's not for the faint of heart. The guidebook recommends setting up what's called a stop-loss order.
Stop loss. Never heard of that.
So imagine you buy Bitcoin at, let's say, $50,000,
Okay.
but you're worried about a sudden price drop. You can set a stop-loss order at, say, $48,000.
Right.
This means that if the price falls to that level, your Bitcoin will automatically be sold, limiting your losses.
Oh, so it's like a safety net.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It helps protect you from those big dips.
I like that. So even if the market goes haywire, I don't have to stay glued to my screen 24/7.
Right. It gives you some peace of mind. But of course, you have to find the right balance.
What do you mean?
Setting your stop loss too tight might mean you miss out on potential gains, but setting it too loose could expose you to bigger losses.
Ah, so it's a bit of a balancing act.
It is. It takes some practice and fine-tuning to find what works best for you.
Okay, finding that sweet spot. Got it. And I guess the golden rule of investing always applies, right? Don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
Absolutely. Whether it's stocks, real estate, or crypto, that rule always holds true.
Words to live by. The guidebook also mentions diversification, right? Spreading your investments across different assets.
Exactly. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Applies to crypto as well.
So if Bitcoin takes a nosedive, but I also have some Ethereum and maybe a bit of Polygon, I'm not totally wiped out.
Right. Diversification helps spread the risk and can potentially smooth out those bumps in your crypto journey.
Okay, I think we've got a pretty good handle on the basics now. But let's be honest, the real fun starts when we talk about actually making trading decisions.
Getting into the strategy.
Yeah. How do you figure out what to buy and when?
Well, that's where technical analysis comes in.
Technical analysis. Sounds complicated.
It can seem that way at first, but it's all about using charts and patterns to try to predict future price movements.
So like looking for clues in the market's behavior.
Exactly. The guidebook suggests starting with the concept of support and resistance levels.
Okay, support and resistance, what are those?
They're basically price points on a chart where a cryptocurrency's price tends to bounce off of or struggle to break through.
So it's like identifying the battle lines on a price chart.
You got it. If you can identify these levels, you can get a sense of where the price might go next.
Makes sense. And what about these candlestick patterns the guidebook mentions? Are those like secret crypto signals?
Kind of. They're patterns formed by the way prices move over time, and they can give you clues about potential future price action.
I'm sensing a future deep dive dedicated to these candlestick patterns.
We can definitely do that.
But for now, are there any tools or resources you recommend for exploring technical analysis?
The guidebook suggests TradingView. It's a popular platform with lots of charting tools and features.
Sounds good. I'll check it out.
But remember, it's just one of many options. Explore and find what works best for you.
Okay, like choosing your weapon in the crypto trading arena.
Exactly.
But even with the best tools and analysis, wouldn't you still need to stay up to date on all the latest crypto news?
You absolutely would. It's a fast-paced world, and real-world events can definitely impact cryptocurrency prices.
So where do you go for your daily dose of crypto news? Twitter.
Twitter can be a source, but be careful with that. The guidebook recommends reputable news outlets like CoinDesk, The Block, and Cointelegraph.
Okay, so those are the trusted sources.
Got it.
What about online crypto communities? Are they worth checking out?
The guidebook specifically mentions Reddits on cryptocurrency. It can be a good place to connect with other enthusiasts. It's important to be aware that online forums can be a bit of a wild west. You'll find valuable insights mixed with pure speculation and rumors.
It's like a crypto jungle out there.
Kind of. Be critical of the information you encounter and always double-check anything that seems too good to be true.
Good advice. All right, so we've talked about security, risk, technical analysis, staying informed. This guidebook also emphasizes patience and long-term thinking. How do you stay patient in a world where everyone's trying to get rich quick?
That's a great question, and it's definitely a challenge. But the source makes a great point. Sustainable success in crypto trading, just like in any other type of investing, requires patience and discipline.
So it's not about timing the market perfectly and making a quick buck.
Right. It's more about taking a long-term view and riding out those inevitable market fluctuations.
So more like a marathon than a sprint.
Exactly. And this approach is actually supported by the growing institutional interest in crypto.
Institutional interest, what do you mean?
Big companies, even governments are getting involved in the crypto space.
Oh.
Yep. It suggests that crypto is becoming more mainstream and integrated into the traditional financial system.
So it's like the wild west of crypto is slowly becoming more civilized.
Exactly. And that could lead to more stability and predictability in the market over time.
That's fascinating. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground basics of crypto, choosing exchanges, managing risk, technical analysis, staying informed, the importance of patience. Do you think we missed anything?
Well, we've just scratched the surface, really. The world of crypto is constantly evolving.
So it's like a never-ending learning curve.
Kind of. This guidebook really stresses the importance of continuous learning. It's not a set-it-and-forget-it type of investment.
So you can't just learn the basics and call it a day?
Nope. You have to be willing to adapt and evolve along with the technology.
Okay, I'm seeing the challenge and the excitement here. But how do you keep up with all the changes? Are we talking endless hours reading white papers and going to crypto conferences?
Well, those can be helpful. But the key is to find what works best for you. The guidebook mentions online courses, webinars, and events like the Bitcoin Conference 2025.
A crypto conference? That sounds kind of fun.
It is. There's a lot of energy and a real sense of community. You can learn from industry leaders and connect with people from all over the world.
Wow, I'm adding that to my to-do list for 2025.
But even if you can't make it to a conference, there are still tons of ways to learn and stay engaged. Online communities, thought leaders on social media podcasts like this one.
Of course, got to plug the show.
The point is there are so many resources available. The key is to find what resonates with you and keeps you motivated.
So it's about making learning fun and engaging, not a chore.
Exactly.
That's a great point. And you know what? This whole deep dive has shown me that crypto is about more than just making money.
I agree with that.
It's about being part of a community, exploring new technologies, and challenging the way we think about finance.
It's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
And that brings us back to the core message of this guidebook. Crypto trading in 2025 isn't about blindly following trends or getting rich quick.
It's about making informed decisions based on solid research and a deep understanding of the technology.
It's about taking control of your financial future and being a part of this exciting new world.
Exactly.
So we've covered a lot today. Basics, blockchain, cryptocurrencies, risk management, technical analysis, continuous learning. But I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
We have. There's so much more to explore, but this deep dive has given you a solid foundation to build upon.
And hey, if you have any questions or if you come across something interesting you want us to deep dive into, just let us know.
We're always here to help.
Absolutely. Now we want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay, go for it.
Now that you've got a taste of the crypto trading world, what unique opportunity or challenge do you see emerging in 2025? Something that wasn't explicitly mentioned in our guidebook.
Something that sparks your curiosity, something that makes you want to explore further on your own.
We'll leave you with that question to ponder as you continue your crypto journey.
Good one.
And until next time, happy exploring.
Happy exploring.